And it starts, my peeps, by exercising the mind, because it all starts with your thoughts. Just how you want to exercise to look fit from the outside, you know what I'm saying? Get some abs, some muscle, whatever the fuck it is you want to exercise for to be healthy. You want to exercise your mind as well. How do you exercise the mind? By saying positive affirmations, talking nicely to yourself, journaling, meditating. There's many different ways on how you can exercise your mind. It's what works best for you. That's how you will get your control back and you will control your emotions. It's just like a wake up, like, yo, I am in control. I control my mind. Your mind does not control you. Most importantly, you want to get to the root cause. Why are you being negative? Is it because as a child growing up, your parents, family members, siblings were always saying negative things to you? You know, they said mean things to you, and maybe that's why you feel like that's why you will, just because they said you're never going to be successful, this and that, you believe you're never going to be successful because they told you. If you were growing up too and people were just so angry around you, you think that's how you get the way, by being angry and being in control and like having this power. That's how you grew up to be. You grew up to be angry and think that's the way, and that's like having power. Everybody's situation is different, but you have to work inwards, really connect with yourself and see what's up, like where is this negativity coming from. Once you figure that out, you just have to let it go. You have to let go of everything, all those beliefs. It's all energy, and that negative energy is inside your body, like it's stuck in there. And you know, energy flows, so it's just flowing inside of you, and you want to let all of that go. You just literally like have to. This is what works for me. I'm telling you, it's different for everybody, but I literally sat there, meditated, if that's how you want to call it, but I just sat there with myself. I just like imagined my energy. You know, when I found like those things that were triggering me, the trauma that just came up, I let it go. I forgave myself for everything I did. I forgave everybody that has ever did something to me, because I used to be very angry and I used to be very resentful. I used to be negative. I'm telling you, I hated my life. I hated myself. I hated everything. I hated everyone. And when somebody would do something to me, I would be like, oh fuck no, like I'm gonna do something to you, you know, because that's how like we grow up. You know, your parents say like no te dejes. I mean, that's a lot of Mexican parents. And if they say if they hit you, you hit them back. Like, nah, dude, like violence is not the way, most definitely. Yeah, you want to defend yourself in some cases, but I'm not going to fight and argue with somebody. If they're saying some shit to me, if they're talking shit about me, I'm just not going to interact with that energy. I don't want that negative energy around me. Like, I wish them well. I don't think about it. It doesn't make me mad. It used to. Whatever anybody did to me and stuff like that, I let it go and I forgave them. I thanked them. Say it's a friend, an ex-friend that did something to me. I thanked them because for them not being loyal to me, not caring for me, and not loving me, I loved myself and I became my bestest friend. Because if none of that shit never happened to me, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be my bestest friend and I wouldn't love myself as much as I do now. And I would still be depending on other people's friendships, on love from other people. Imagine that negative energy flow out of my body and I let it go into the world, into the universe, let it flow somewhere else. If I like encountered anybody and I felt their energy was a little bit off, I'm like, hey, you know, their energy was around me and I let that energy go back with them. You know what I'm saying? You just have to imagine that and believe it. I believe in like cleansing and all that stuff. So that's really what helps me as well. Like with sage, you know, in the Palo Santo, it's just like really cleaning the vibes and cleaning the energy. I'm so into that. I believe in it and I believe it works. So it works. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just like, oh, you smudge sage, okay, whatever. It's like a little mini ritual, if you want to say. I just say like, hey, I'm cleansing myself. I feel sick or a little bit under the weather. I don't do medicine. I do natural remedies. I'm like, I probably need like a cleanse. I don't know. Maybe there's some energy that I encountered with, like, I don't know, you know, so I immediately like take action on natural remedies. Like 2 weeks ago, I was feeling a little bit under the weather. I took a bath because a herb bath. I also feel like that really cleanses your energy as well with all the herbs and just, you know, it feels good and it's like, you know, warm water. So like, you know, you sweat it all out, whatever. And I get some sage and I cleanse myself. I clean my body and I'm like, hey, any negative energy that's stuck inside my body, I let it go. There's some people people that believe in this, some people that don't. I used to be like, what the fuck is that? I don't want to get too into this, but people be like, it's witchcraft or whatever, but they try to make it seem like it's a bad thing, so you don't do it. It's all herbs and it's just like natural stuff that comes from earth, baby. It just cleans our energy, like it's good energy, natural energy. What else do you want? I'm not about to do that medicine shit. And it's like when people feel that they feel bad, say depressed or something, or I don't know, maybe like anxiety, and you might go to a doctor and they don't find nothing wrong, they just want to give you all these medications to fuck you up some more. It's your energy, and they just don't, I don't know, believe in that. I mean, they're doctors, so they're like, okay, I feel like I'm getting a little bit off track. But that's where you should realize, I believe everything is energy. Let's get a little bit back on track. Letting go. There's many ways to let go of different things. If you feel sad, cry the fuck out a whole day crying. Journal it out. Why do you feel sad? Why does it keep making you sad? You don't feel loved. Nobody cares for you. Nobody talks to you. That's what making you sad. Okay, well, love yourself. Take care of yourself. If you feel anger, punch a fucking pillow until you feel good. You just need to let it go. And I mean, you're just punching a pillow. It's not like you're literally punching somebody, but at least you're letting that go. We feel that tension, we feel that energy. Then we get symptoms. Our back hurts, our shoulders hurt. When I was letting go of all these things, of all this negativity, I punched the fucking pillow, dude. I just felt so light. After I didn't feel lit anymore. I let go of that negative energy. I let go of that anger. I cleared my mind from that. I cleared my heart, my soul. I felt so amazing. For anger as well, scream it out, dude. If you just feel like screaming, don't be afraid to show your emotions and let them out. You feel the energy, but nobody really tells you about these things, and you just don't know how to deal with it. As a little girl, I just kept telling myself to be strong. I had to be strong for myself, and I had to do it for me. Didn't have a father figure. I'm the oldest. I gotta be strong. I don't know. It was just I said, I can't show my weakness. I have to be strong for me. I would put up this front before where I didn't want nobody fucking with me. I didn't want nobody to talk to me. I'm a sensitive person. We're all sensitive. We all feel our emotions, but I was scared. I wasn't vulnerable. I never wanted nobody to see me cry. Anger was fine, I'll be angry, but I didn't want nobody to see me sad or anything like that. I would get angry, but to a certain point, because I would let people make me angry. It's all because of us. We allow it. It just got to a point where I just wanted to burst, dude. I wouldn't ever cry, and that hurts your throat chakra, and you feel it right here. You just feel that energy stuck, and then it gets to a point where you don't even know what to do. What emotion is it? You can't even talk, and I'm vulnerable now. I don't care. I'm going to express my feelings. However, I let it all out. I fucking cried it out. I screamed it out. I'm telling you, I punched the pillow. I journaled it out. I forgave everybody, and I forgave myself especially. When you're forgiving others, you don't have to call them. Say, hey, I forgive you for this. No, do it alone. Do it in your mind, when you're meditating. Just imagine them and be hey, I forgive you, and I let you go. I let go of that energy, anything that's still stuck into me. I let that flow out to the world, because it just doesn't serve you anymore. You don't want none of those old feelings. You don't want none of that. And you want to do it for you. Don't think you're doing it for them. You're doing it for you because you want to let go of all that. You want to be at peace with you, and you don't want none of that negative energy flowing inside your body. You're kind of starting all over again. In a way, a little restart. You're doing it for you. You're doing it because you love yourself, because you care about yourself. And that's all positive action. That's because you are working towards positivity, and you are no longer trying to interact with no negativity, and don't want none of that negative energy stuck inside of your body. You're only going to see change when you change. It all starts with you. Get going with all that good stuff. Things aren't just going to change naturally because you want it. You have to work for it too. If you want positivity, you have to change. You have to become that positive person and take control. I'm telling you, let go of all that stuff.